Okay, good morning, everybody. Shoulder pads practice, you know, we got a few guys out, but I think overall it was good practice. Our last morning pads practice, get after type practice will be tomorrow morning. And looking forward to doing that. Meeting time's very important for our football team and the walkthroughs and everything we do all day. So we're just, the days are counting down. Wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to be 14 days, and you know, it's just, you can't waste a meeting. You can't. The reason we count it down when they get back into the bowl game in January and they walk in the locker room and see the countdown to our first game is the whole theory behind that is you can't waste a day, and we talk about that all the time. I'm sorry, starting in January, February, and as it works all the way through the season. Well, the countdown's getting here about now, so I'm excited about it, and you know, got a lot of work to do.
When you're evaluating true freshman quarterbacks, and what sort of things do you look for out of them that tells you whether they can play that year or whether they need it?
I don't really think it's, you know, whether it's a freshman or sophomore. I don't think you do that. I think you evaluate quarterbacks. So I don't think there's anything different for any quarterback.
Coach, you had a guy yesterday, Oke Akuche, who had a big day after. He wasn't really necessarily known or a bit of a walk-on. What was he able to do, and what was he like added to the team, and how was he been able to?
Well, he was on spring ball. He was on the team. He won't be eligible this year, but he can play after this year. He's a transfer in here, and he made a couple plays, so it's kind of neat to have that, you know, and. You know, but obviously we understand what his eligibility status this year is because it's a transfer. But what we do try to do is, you know, if we have players, we lose players, you know, we can replace them if we're not going to use them up until school starts. So that's why we activated him. But I thought he did a good job.
Where did he transfer in from?
Well, I have to get the details from him. I'm not sure. I've heard two different schools, so I don't know. All I know is he's transferred in. They give us that rest information on the guy, and we go.
Murph was such a natural fit as a returner and a runner last year. What do you look for to evaluate in returners as you kind of start from scratch?
Well, I mean, kick returners, punt returners. I mean, they got to be special with the football in their hands, and you got to be able to trust them. You know, punt returners, you got to be able to catch the ball with someone there about ready to blow you up, and you got to have ice water in your veins, and you got to, I think you really got to want to do it to be a punt returner. You know, I think it's really, you know, Murph loved it, but there's a lot of guys that like it until they get whacked a few times, then they don't. So, you know, those are the things we're looking at and evaluating, and it'll be fun. I mean, as I mentioned the other day, that's been a set for 4 years. We've had one of the best in the nation doing it all the time. So, those are big shoes to fill, and there's a lot of yards there, you know, and so we'll see what happens.
How do you go about weeding out guys that, you know, you're not sure if they can take?
We do that. We do especially every day. We move players in and out. We do that in the snaps. We do it on the quarterback hold. We do it on a punt return. We do a kick-off return. So it's in the snappers, 4 punts, 4 field goals. I mean, it's a specialty we work on every day. Plus, we work all in those kicking areas, and we do evaluations just like those positions, exactly like we do the offensive guard or quarterback or tight end. We get in meetings. We give them the numbers. How you know, rate them 1 to 3. Where are we at right now? You know, all those things. That's just that's what we do.
Coach, you going to be at Mayhem at the Zoo tomorrow?
What's that?
Are you going to be at Mayhem at the Zoo tomorrow?
I think so. I'm not. Honestly, I haven't really thought about it. All I'm thinking about is practice tomorrow. I really haven't got much thought. So I know it's going to be a big event, and that's pretty cool, and that's good stuff.
Gary, how's the competition at Hunter?
It's good. It's good competition, and you know, again, there's eventually got to make some decisions, and that'll be. Obviously, next Thursday will be final decisions on a lot of things. There might be a few younger players that we still will kind of see if we can get ready over the next few weeks, and in September a little bit, you know, before our first conference game, and then decide whether to use them or not, because we think that maybe they can, with a few more weeks of coaching, they can maybe move up into that spot. But you know, we'll have to sort all that out.